But the problem with us is that, is that we've both and when we first met, let's agree that there was a high level of toxicity, probably just because I was very like in the middle of, couldn't figure out my life yet. Same with you. He was in a really low point in his career. There was a high level of toxicity.
Oh, I was dead.
What do you mean?
My career was dead, man.
I remember like one time for 5 days, he was like, I hope I get that job. I hope I get that job. And it wasn't even a paid job. It was just like being part of this sketch that didn't happen.
Yeah. So I was at the Comedy Store once.
And I felt so
And
bad.
this English guy was like, hello. And I go, hi. He goes, I just saw you on set, on stage, and I'm doing a sketch show. I go, really? What is it? Tell me more. He's like, yeah, just doing one. You know what I mean? And he just was shooting some random thing,
Like
right?
just for
Probably a YouTube thing.
Yeah, some YouTube thing. And I was just like so excited about it. Like that's where I was in my career. I just thought it was like I was dying.
I kind of remember you in that era. I remember you like kind of alluding to that a lot, and I was always confused by it. But
it was weird. It was like at one point in my career, felt like I was on fire, and then at one point, I just really thought I was just never gonna get back. And you could feel it in my road numbers. You could feel it in terms of the type of auditions I was getting. You know what I mean? Like
it does feel like back then, if you were down, it felt like you really were going to stay down. But it seems like now, and maybe this is just like me, like being in the business for a longer time, it feels like you really can go down and up and down and up again, right?
But I love a good fixer-upper.
Really?
It's my thing. Like my best friend always says this. I'm the number one, number two. I am the best at being someone's number two. Like there is nothing more gratifying to me than seeing like raw talent and making sure that I'm riding their coattails, but I'm making sure that they get there. Number one,
you're both right. So what you just said right there is that, yeah, you're right. What I didn't know at the time, where in everyone's career, remember there was a time where Neil Patrick Harris was in everything. He was in everything, and then not so much, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like everyone's career does that,
Yeah.
right? In life, in any occupation that you have, right? You have highs and lows. But I didn't know that. You just assume that this is going to be my reality forever, right? So during that time, I needed somebody to show me that it can go back up again, right? And then that's what was vital about you.
Yeah, and I have just no experience in the industry at all. I just watched
and now she's fucking Miss Hollywood.
Oh my God,
It's
stop.
very Kris Jenner to like find a broken man and then make him a star. Is it maybe time for a banana break?
I think so. It's your first banana break.
I love
Welcome.
bananas. I've had
Willkommen.
bananas before, but not on a break.
Willkommen.
Willkommen, babe.
Thank you, raspberries. Did you guys?
Did you see how he just
What do you do?
throated that banana? He's like a 2-bite banana
That-
guy.
Oh my
God.
God. Bobby, do you remember when we used to go out to dinner after Comedy Store with people?
What?
What? We went to IHOP and Dupars. You would always take us all out, buy
know.
us food.
I know. Because it's so funny. I learned something back then. Since I've been in LA, that I don't really like you. And let's be honest. You know what? It's banana break. Can I be honest during the banana break, right? I really don't like you.
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm being real.
I know.
All right? There's something about you that just really irritates me. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I have to say this. What I do, and I do something very shallow. And what I do is I look at what's underneath me in terms of people that are coming up. And I kind of, in my own way, handpick who I think has a shot. Right? So even though I don't like you, I've always thought that you had a shot.
That's a projection, though. I really, truly think that you see so much of yourself in Esther.
Too much.
What?
Way too much.
And he has a self-loathing issue and shame.
You and I are very sensitive in the same ways.
Yeah.
And you've called me about like issues you've had.
I know.
You know what I mean? About, I don't know, this this job, I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. Or,
I know.
You know what I mean? Or
you gave me such good advice. I can't even believe the nice things you've done for me that I don't think you would ever do for me today. But back in the day, you were so nice to me. You met me at Coffee Bean and like helped me talk out this really big decision, whether or not to do this reality TV pilot. And he was just like, you're an idiot. He was like, there's 2 categories, on the air and off the air. Be on the air. And he convinced me to do it. And I was like, that was such a generous.
Yeah, I mean, I've had, and vice versa, I've had a lot of generosity from older people, right? That's helped me. Like I told you when I was living out of my truck at the comedy, I was living out of my truck.
What is with these people?
So I lived out of my truck.
You know, you could get a job.
I know. I know.
Like, no, you don't have. I mean, nowadays, because the fucking economy is so bad,
but there was a time when I first moved to LA, and I didn't know where I was going to stay, but I just knew that I was evicted from my place in San Diego. So there was a time where I slept in the truck. And I didn't have any money. And I remember one day, I get a knock on my window. It's about noon. I was sleeping. And it was Jimmy Schubert. And Shoes goes, hey, kid, you hungry? And I go, yeah. I said it like that. And he
Brandon.
goes, let me buy you a sandwich. So we walked down the street. There was a sandwich. It's not longer there. He brought me like this nice sandwich for lunch. So, but I'll always remember that. I'll always remember him buying me that sandwich. So I always kind of looked at little things like that, right? And I learned from it so that, I could help people, if they have the ability. I think Jimmy always thought that I was funny. You know what I mean? I think that if I wasn't funny, that he might have not. I don't know. You know what I mean? But,